Yeah, of
There's
course.
so many musicians coming out being like, why do I have to be an influencer to be a musician nowadays? Like, my labels are telling me to post TikToks, they want me to be viral, all these things. And it's like, I just want to make the music. And if it sticks, it sticks. I don't want to have to, you know, do double the work to become like a household name on someone's app. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the first thing that comes to mind, because it makes you realize, oh my gosh, it is a business. Like, even when it comes to us making TikToks and like doing dances to like, want to catch another flight, like there is so much like marketing.
Please don't sue us for that
please
for
do
that
not.
for the 3 seconds of singing. Yeah.
But it's like, it's just crazy because there's so much business and like so many things that went on behind the scenes for that even to be like a popular song on TikTok. And
Right.
like, there's even like singers and like musicians having to like pay influencers to dance to it, which is insane.
Yes, that's a whole market by itself.
Yeah,
too.
it's a huge
Yeah,
market.
Totally.
So it's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's-
it's a good thing to bring up, because I think in the past like week or so, there's been a sort of article or like just artists talking about how they didn't sign up to become these influencers. They signed up to be artists, and they're not getting to do that, or their team is asking them to spend more time on creating content and not their album or whatever, right?
And it's crazy because it's like they're both two creative things.
Yes.
Making videos and editing them, like it's creative in its own right, but that I feel like that's a huge separation between the music and like the music business.
Right.
You know?
Do you
like
think,
that's a business side coming out.
Yeah. Do you think that creating content is on the business side of music now?
Yeah, it's like it's the digital marketing side of music now.
Yeah.
Which is like really annoying.
Yeah. Do you find, well, I mean, as an individual, do you find a balance there? Like, I guess a question there is there such a thing as too much content, or is there such a thing as not enough content, or do you have to find like a balance between the two?
One person that I thought always did way too much content and then it ended up working out for them in the long run was Megan Trainor.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I thought, oh my gosh, these are way too many videos.
Right.
I know too much about you now. Like, you know, it sort of takes away like the mystique of like a musician. But
Right.
now I feel like it worked out in her favor.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. You bring up the word mystique, and I find that in the past like decade or so,
it's gone. Or like
it's gone.
Slowly leaving.
It's slowly leaving, and but we still have some artists that are like, I'm so mysterious kind of thing, you know, like, no, but like, just
I'm
like
just picturing someone at the bottom of a bridge being like, I'm mysterious.
Yeah. No, but there are those artists that like we don't hear of like from them for like years before they drop their next record.
Yeah, like even Beyonce, for example.
Yeah. But I mean, Beyonce is like a special case because she can do whatever
like, look at
the
even,
hell
like,
she wants kind
the
of thing. But
self-titled album, Beyonce, that dropped when we were like in high school.
Yes, yeah.
And no one knew that was coming out.
Yes.
And then bam, it dropped one day and
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
like the biggest album.
Exactly. Or in specific and close to your case, or not your case, but your experiences, is like Daniel Caesar or something.
Yeah.
Where sometimes he like deletes his whole Instagram account, and then a couple years later, he like comes back with like some chess stories, you know, and then he's like, I'm gonna drop this album next year or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are there pros and cons? I think to come back to your Megan like Trainor example, I mean. Yeah.
I feel like the pro is that fans do feel connected to you, and I feel like there's different generations of fans now, where I feel like I'm not the generation that they're trying to market to anymore. Like when it comes to TikTok, I feel like younger people, like teenagers and tweens and stuff, they love knowing everything about their celebrity.
Yeah.
Or like their favorite celebrity. And then for us, it's like we grew up where social media was starting to become a thing, but it was mostly just like Instagram at the time, and we never had Instagram stories. It was just posts that they posted on their page.
Right.
So like you saw whatever they posted, but you didn't feel that much closer to them. And then I remember there was like Keek that came out where like Kylie Jenner was huge on that, and it was almost like vlogging and like a minute long videos.
Right.
And I don't know.
Vine.
Yeah, Vine was another one.
I think it's wild. I was thinking on the TTC a couple days ago. Random, but
not
I was
sponsored.
thinking, not sponsored. Please do TTC. Please do not sponsor this podcast. But no, I was thinking, like, what is the balance, and more specifically, the more amount of let's say like a Beyonce, even as successful as she is, she still has to interact with her content because at the end of the day, it's her. Because I was thinking, okay, like if an artist is like mega successful, they don't necessarily need to care about content and they don't necessarily need to go to these photo shoots. But that's not necessarily true because they are the product. So I don't know. That was the thought I had. It was like, how does one sort of avoid the content creation?
But what I will say is I don't think Beyonce's really making content. Like,
yeah, no, it's true.
I feel like for her, like her fans, the Beehive,
yeah,
they're just, no matter what happens, they're always talking about Beyonce.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
no,
she doesn't have to
agree.
release music that year. They're still like, oh, my queen, my queen.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
You know, and it's like for her, she's able to like focus on like Ivy Park or like her other businesses that she has going on.
Yeah.
Where she's successful enough where she doesn't even have to care. Like she doesn't really have to do anything.
Yeah. There are some of those artists that whatever they do, people will care. And
Yeah.
people will buy that ticket the next time they're in this city.
Are there any like younger musicians, younger than Beyonce, where you're like, oh shoot, they have that impact?
Yeah, well, one that
think Harry
comes to mind,
Styles.
Harry Styles is a good one. Another one that comes to mind is Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Like Taylor Swift. Like, people are ride or die Taylor Swift. Like,
But I feel like some people are a little bit like iffy with Billie now, where like once that like sophomore album came out, there were a lot of fans that were like, oh, this wasn't for me. Where like I feel like
Right, yeah.
where I feel like Harry Styles can drop a really crappy album, and then fans would still be like, I love it.
right.
It's the best thing since sliced bread.
Are you saying that about Harry's house? Oh, is that some tea?
Yes.
Or not even yas?
No,
but-
not even the.
Yeah, tea. Yeah.
I would say I wasn't the biggest fan of Harry's house. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa.
I'm not gonna lie. I liked his first album the most.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just because I
One
like
Direction. Yeah.
I loved Live While We're Young.